Anyone else getting a distinct feeling we're about to get something big here?
Warning, no entry without...
Oh, son of a bitch! Those bastards! They hired us to wipe out the Metroids because they were too damn scary for the galaxy to handle, and now they're making more of them in a lab! It's not just making them, but trying to get them through the entire life cycle. Oh, that can't be good. Yeah, that's definitely not good. I can't really blame the SAX for breaking the glass here. That is downright terrifying to see. And I've got to admit, I respect the fact that they set this part of the ship up to blow up in case the Metroids ever got loose.
50 seconds to isolation lockdown.
Okay, for some reason these Metroids aren't trying to suck the energy right out of us. Maybe they somehow sense the fact that we've got Metroid DNA in us now. Still, that was not how I was expecting the SAX to be destroyed. I thought we'd have to take it out one-on-one. As the person who was hired to destroy the Metroids and delivered the baby to you people, only to watch it get stolen near instantly, that felt like something we should have been told up front. Wait, there's actually gonna be a back and forth between Samus and Adam here? My god! Some actual character interaction! If it was for peaceful purposes, then you wouldn't have felt the need to keep it hidden. Actually, our doubts started cropping up at about the point when we saw space pirates and Ridley, which you still haven't acknowledged. Of course it did. Well, I can certainly imagine how much havoc that would cause when Metroid Park can't contain it for some reason, or when the next band of criminals tries to use the damn things to cause all kinds of trouble. Certainly an important thing for Samus to ask. Ten ruthless killers running around in what amounts to Samus's standard suit and equipment if it didn't get downgraded at the start of a bloody game. We had to keep running away from just one of the damn things, and I was kinda hoping that the one we saw die with the Metroids would be the end of that threat. We're not party or command structure. We're a free agent who is an expert in both the Metroids and the X. Unless your headquarters tells us to clean up what's left of their mess, I don't feel like we're gonna be all that inclined to listen to them. But I suppose that's for later. For now, we just have to get to another nav station. Just how the hell can you soften a blow like this? The X are still absolutely scary, and now we've got to worry about the Federation. The guys that I assumed were questionably competent good guys that are apparently mass-producing Metroids. Granted, I'm not especially invested in the Federation. It's not like I feel downright betrayed by them still. Considering every contract we've worked with Samus to fulfill was given by the Federation, and they gave us the bullshit line that the Metroids cannot continue to exist, only to then secretly try to make more of them after we worked damn hard over the course of Metroid 2 to... really makes me wish we knew more about the Federation in the Metroid universe, so I'd know if this is a case of the government just shifting to be evil somehow, or just a case of the left hand to not telling the right hand what its intentions are. And great, now these amoeba-looking things are again making me think they're underwhelming copies of the Metroids. I'm pretty sure that was actually part of the whole damn process of making the Metroids come back from extinction. Though excuse me for hoping that when we get to Metroid Dread, the only thing with Metroid DNA to worry about should be our heroine. I know the franchise is called Metroid, but that's no reason to have those things popping up in absolutely every game, even the ones after the point where they were supposedly exterminated. The X look like a very worthy replacement as the most scary thing the galaxy has to deal with at this point. They can be literally anything we run into. Oh, a golden pirate. Well, that somehow feels like a great reason to abandon ship. Dear God, we can't even hurt that thing. Oh, come on! Just how are we supposed to move on from here? Is this punishment for how I dealt with the security robot in the previous clip? Dear God, I'm really getting punished right now. Right. Excuse me for starting to fast forward now. I have absolutely no clue what I was even supposed to do there, since there was no way to go around them, and they were shrugging off all of our offense. At the very least, I'm paying for the comment earlier in the game that fusion is not as tough as I remembered. Holy shit. You'd think at this stage of the game I'd feel more powerful considering how many energy tanks and missile upgrades we've grabbed so far. Okay, so apparently the best way to avoid dealing with the Golden Pirates is to just take out these bastards, one at a time. Why is the door still not unlocking? Just what specific thing that the game hasn't outright told us to do that we need to do in order to move on from this hallway is there? I mean, this is just... ugh. Oh, so that's the way forward. Really wish they would make that sort of thing more clear, so I wouldn't feel like an idiot so much of the time. We need the screw attack to keep going in this direction. I guess it's not the solution I thought it was. One barrier just leads to another, which leads to another. Have I mentioned that I'm going to take a break from Metroid? Because this game is driving me crazier the closer we get to the frickin' end of it. Right, so the only way forward is going through the door I couldn't find a way to deactivate after killing all the enemies in it. But I've got no clue how to even hurt the golden pirates, which, might actually be the way we unlock that door. Right, let's try this again. Right, so missiles only hurt it when its back is turned. That certainly seems familiar to another set of pirates in a previous game. Or if I didn't deal with that particular enemy in an earlier game, I don't think the thought would have ever occurred to me at all. So, not very great conveyance here. Fucking hell, we're just taking far too many hits from these golden pirates. Right, now that we're effectively mangled, it's time for the door to open. Definitely a good sign that there's not too much left of the game when a non-boss enemy encounter leaves us this damn injured. Okay, so nothing in this hallway other than more of those xenomorph things. Got no clue what's going on in here. May as well explore some other areas before trying to find a way through that acid and those kind of annoying floating bastards. I kind of wish I had a name for that kind of recurring obstacle that we've dealt with in absolutely every 2D Metroid we've gone through. Oh, what fresh bullshittery is this? So, whatever's behind that door, we aren't gonna face it at full health. Right. Ridley. Save seat coming up, because I don't want to have to deal with the golden pirates again on the way over here. Well, his screech is certainly the thing of nightmares in this game. Well, we're certainly lowering his health in a hurry, considering how many missiles we're hitting him with in a short amount of time. Not that I can tell just how much damage he can take. At the very least, he's taken up a lot more of the screen than usual for a fight against him. Not that I've ever been especially great at avoiding damage, even against smaller enemies. And great! We were just killed by Ridley turning around. That wasn't even an actual attack. At least I don't think it was. Still, doesn't feel impossible to me, so I should be able to take him on if I try again, even if we started the fight slightly injured. I know I say this in every 2D Metroid, but I really would have preferred our enemies have an explicit health bar instead of me having to guess how injured they are based on what color they shifted to. Mostly because Nightmare has been the only boss in all the Metroids we've done that has an especially amazing take on us wearing him down and us seeing the physical damage. Is it just me, or is the game slightly slowing down as we hit him? At the very least, it seems like he slows down a bit after a hit registers. Okay, I'm pretty sure I deserve to be more injured in that corner. And that does it. Ridley's dead and we'll never see him again. At least not in the 2D part of the series, so long as I avoid that bloody ball flying right at us. Dear God, we've spent a lot of missiles in here. More missiles than any other Ridley fight as far as I remember. Though, I suppose the 3DS game doesn't count since that was the only one where he was vulnerable to regular beams. Still, that was a damn fun clash. Ridley is outright proof that sometimes you don't need to give a boss any real gimmick. Just have him ferociously attack the hero while the hero ferociously attacks right back. Again, I kind of wish I could tell beforehand when an enemy is going to give us a red X when we kill it. Yeah, definitely saving after that fight. At the very least, I don't want to have to deal with those screeching roars from Ridley again. Fun fight, but good God, that's the kind of noise that breaks unsuspecting headphones and makes me annoyed that there were so many in such a short time frame, because each individual screech felt epic to hear. Well, at least those blocks didn't reform. Again, kind of curious what determines if a block reforms or not in these games. Yeah, figured that was another screw attack barrier. I'd say at this point in the game, there are no barriers for us. And technically speaking, I probably could go to every sector and try to grab everything we haven't already gained. But then I'm not trying to be a completionist of any kind. And I feel like we've got more than enough ammo and health to deal with whatever comes after Ridley. Not that the game's suddenly gonna feel easy at this point, just that I feel ready to push forward to the ending rather than try to build on our arsenal. Okay, honestly wasn't trying to freeze a pirate we didn't see, but I like the fact that I managed to do that. Holy shit! Oh dear. Looks like at least one Metroid didn't get destroyed with that section of the research ship. If we're lucky, it's gonna end up in one of those lesser forms, but if we're unlucky, we've got one of the T-Rex variants. At the very least, I somehow doubt these guys were dumb enough to let a queen happen, though maybe I'm giving them way too much credit. What they pulled kinda makes me think of Weyland Yutani from the Aliens series. Am I being overly harsh with the not especially fleshed out Space Federation here? Right, of course there's an upgrade right under all this lava. Why wouldn't there be? Wish I could say that power bomb feels a bit wasted, but then that would be implying that we use the power bombs for things other than just clearing terrain around here. A second shell. Yeah, we're in for a bad time sometime soon. Huh. Haven't seen one of those zombies since the start of the game. Right, time to call it a day.